In the mid-1970s, somewhere in the bustling streets of Thailand, long-haul truck drivers and factory workers were fighting a daily battle against exhaustion. The tropical sun was relentless, the hours grueling, and the work unyielding. For them, coffee wasn't strong enough, and soft drinks didn't provide the surge of energy they desperately needed. Into this world came a curious little brown bottle called Krating Daeng. It was nothing like the beverages most people were used to. It was small, syrupy, intensely sweet, and incredibly potent. One gulp, and it promised an almost instant jolt of vitality, a sudden clarity of mind, a surge of energy that carried the worker through the longest days. This wasn't a drink to savor slowly over conversation. It was raw energy in a bottle, meant to be swallowed in one go. There were no ice cubes, no fizzing bubbles, no frills, just the power of something new and different. Krating Daeng was the brainchild of Chaleo Yoovidhya, a man whose life story was almost as extraordinary as the drink he created. Born in a small village in Thailand in 1923, Chaleo came from humble beginnings. His family was poor, and opportunities were scarce. Yet he was ambitious, resourceful, and unafraid to take risks. As a young man, he worked in various trades, learning the art of business through trial and error. He dabbled in construction, trading, and even rice farming, each venture teaching him lessons in resilience, risk, and resourcefulness. But it wasn't until he encountered the potential in energy drinks that his life would take a transformative turn. Chaleo had a keen understanding of human need, of the gaps in the market that others overlooked. He observed the laborers, the long-distance drivers, the office workers who struggled to stay alert through long, tedious hours. He realized that these people were searching for something more than just caffeine or sugar. They needed sustained energy. This insight became the foundation of Krating Daeng. The name itself, which translates to Red Bull in Thai, was inspired by the image of two Red Bulls charging at each other on the label. Chaleo didn't just stumble into success, he built it painstakingly. He worked tirelessly to perfect the formula, experimenting with combinations of taurine, caffeine, B vitamins, and sugar. He wanted something that wasn't just effective but reliable, safe, and easy to consume. He partnered with small distributors, sold bottles at roadside stalls, and slowly began to build a loyal following. The early days were far from glamorous. The bottles were modest, the advertising non-existent, and Chaleo himself was more a figure behind the scenes than a public personality. Yet word of mouth spread. Drivers praised the energy boost, workers returned to buy more, and the small brown bottles became a fixture in the daily grind of Thailand's labor force. Meanwhile, thousands of miles away in Austria, a man named Dietrich Mateschitz was embarking on his own journey that would unknowingly intersect with Chaleo's. Mateschitz was a man of curiosity, intellect, and ambition. Born in 1944, he grew up in a post-war Europe that was still rebuilding itself. From a young age, he exhibited a sharp mind and a relentless drive for knowledge. He studied economics and marketing, eventually working for multinational companies, learning the intricacies of branding, distribution, and consumer behavior. But it was during a business trip to Thailand in the mid-1980s that his life and the future of energy drinks would change forever. On a visit to the region, Mateschitz noticed the widespread use of Krating Daeng among locals. He was intrigued by the drink's effectiveness. Unlike the diluted energy drinks that were then beginning to appear in Europe, this little Thai beverage seemed to offer a powerful immediate boost. What struck him most was the lack of marketing fanfare behind it. There were no glossy campaigns, no celebrity endorsements, just a product that worked and had earned a reputation by proving itself day after day. Mateschitz saw not just a beverage but a concept with global potential. He recognized an opportunity, a product that could transcend borders, that could redefine how people thought about energy, productivity, and endurance. Mateschitz reached out to Chaleo, and the two men began what would become one of the most consequential partnerships in the history of beverages. Their collaboration was based on mutual respect, complementary strengths, and a shared vision. Chaleo had the product and the local expertise. Mateschitz had the knowledge of global marketing, distribution, and brand building. Together they embarked on a mission to take Krating Daeng from its humble beginnings in Thailand and transform it into a global phenomenon. The challenge was monumental. Western consumers were unfamiliar with the concept of an energy drink. In many markets, beverages were either soft drinks for pleasure or coffee and tea for stimulation. The idea of a functional drink that could provide immediate energy in a compact bottle was foreign. Mateschitz understood that success required more than just exporting the Thai formula. It required adaptation. He adjusted the sweetness, reformulated the carbonation, redesigned the packaging, and gave the product a new name, Red Bull. The logo retained the essence of Chaleo's original branding, the two Red Bulls charging against each other. But the overall look was sleek, modern, and designed to appeal to European consumers. The launch of Red Bull in Austria in 1987 marked the beginning of a carefully orchestrated revolution. Mateschitz pioneered a marketing strategy that was unconventional, bold, and highly targeted. Rather than relying on mass advertising, he focused on niche markets, extreme sports, and youth culture. Red Bull became synonymous with energy, adventure, and performance. It wasn't just a drink, it was a lifestyle, a statement, a brand that promised not just vitality, but experience. The product quickly gained traction among students, athletes, and professionals seeking an edge, and word spread rapidly. What set Red Bull apart, however, was not just marketing. It was the founders' insistence on quality and consistency. Chaleo's original formula had been perfected through decades of experimentation and observation. Mateschitz maintained that standard rigorously, ensuring that every can delivered the energy, focus, and reliability that had defined Krating Daeng. The meticulous attention to detail, the blending of scientific formulation with cultural understanding, and the relentless pursuit of excellence became hallmarks of the brand. As Red Bull expanded into new markets, Germany, the United States, Japan, and beyond, it faced new challenges. Regulatory hurdles, skepticism from consumers, and competition from established beverage giants threatened its growth. But the partnership between Chaleo and Mateschitz proved resilient. They navigated these challenges with ingenuity, adaptability, and unwavering focus on the vision they shared. Each new market was approached with research, strategy, and a commitment to understanding local tastes and preferences. Red Bull was no longer just a drink, it had become a symbol of energy, ambition, and determination. By the 1990s, Red Bull had firmly established itself in Europe and Asia, and the stage was set for a global explosion. The company continued to innovate, investing in sports, culture, and events that resonated with its audience. Red Bull sponsored extreme sports athletes, organized international competitions, and created content that celebrated human achievement and daring. The brand had transcended its product. It was now a cultural phenomenon. Through all of this, the story of its founders, the visionary Thai entrepreneur and the Austrian marketer, remained central. It was a story of insight, risk, partnership, and the relentless pursuit of a dream that many had dismissed as impossible. Chaleo Yoovidhya, who had started with little more than ambition and intuition, became one of Thailand's wealthiest and most influential businessmen. He continued to oversee the brand's presence in Asia, ensuring that the product stayed true to its roots, even as it conquered new territories. Dietrich Mateschitz, equally committed, steered Red Bull's global strategy with precision and creativity, turning a simple energy drink into a multi-billion-dollar empire. Their combined vision had created something that neither could have achieved alone, a brand that changed the way the world thought about energy, focus, and endurance. The journey of Red Bull is, at its core, the story of two men who saw potential where others saw obscurity. It is a story of perseverance, innovation, and the power of collaboration. Chaleo and Mateschitz demonstrated that true success does not come from luck alone, but from observation, understanding, and the courage to act on an idea that others may not yet see. They proved that a simple bottle, crafted with care and insight, could change lives, energize communities, and eventually energize the world. Today, Red Bull sells billions of cans annually in more than 170 countries. Its logo is recognized globally, its events are legendary, and its impact on popular culture is undeniable. Yet behind this global success lies a humble brown bottle from Thailand, a product born from necessity, innovation, and the vision of a man who understood the power of energy. It is a reminder that great inventions often emerge from the unlikeliest places, that the spark of an idea combined with perseverance and strategic partnership can change the course of history. The story of Red Bull is far more than a tale of a beverage. It is a testament to human ingenuity. Chaleo Yoovidhya and Dietrich Mateschitz took an idea, nurtured it, and built a legacy that continues to inspire millions around the world.
If you enjoyed this video, I highly recommend watching this next one. It's just as powerful.